So EA have released Ambidextrous, and you can see here it's going to make a left back into a right back, and they cannot have CDM. Now, not only that, it also gives them wing back plus plus, full back plus plus for left back. Right back, they get the same thing. Their passing gets a +6. The defending gets a +5. Pace gets up to 94. Skill moves +3, but it's capped at 4. They get Bruiser, Slide Tackle, and Jockey as white playstyles. And then they get Jockey plus, Ping Pass plus, and Weak Foot 5-star with physical 90. Now, immediately, my card here, Mendy, is someone that I am very interested in because I didn't do him already. Yes, I know he's got 5-star weak foot, but keeping him at left back anyway gives him 13 playstyles, and all of them are passing for me. The only thing he lacks is slide tackle, which I don't mind. He also gets the rolls upgraded, which is really nice. Is he the best left back in the game? No, definitely not. But it is somebody that I was looking at, and it isn't terrible. Now, I know Maldini can go into it, but I've already evoed my Maldini, so I have to show you that in a minute. But in terms of other options, I like this Kyle Walker a lot, giving him quick step jockey and ping pass. Not only that, of course, giving him the 5-star weak foot upgrade. Pretty rounded card, and the card's quite rare now as well. So if you've got this card, you're laughing, but he can speed boost. Does have Anticipate, Slide Tackle, Bruiser. Doesn't have Relentless is the only thing, but again, the rolls are also really nice. The mistakes you can make with this is basically not giving it to somebody who doesn't have the role. So if you're looking for a card, for example, Singo's not a bad one. Reason why Singo isn't a bad one, you can see here, you can play right back already. But at right back, he's only got plus on the rolls. Full back has plus plus. So if you wanted to give it to somebody like him, ignoring the stat boost for a second, he will then get plus plus on wing back if that's something you wanted to do or something you prefer doing. And left back will also get the rolls as well and the possession. So don't be too scared to pick a card like that. I know Mycon's going to be very, very, in terms of favourites, a good one to go for. Thuram, White, Carlos Alberto, Cafu are really good ones as well. Then we have Pedro Porro, I like the look of a lot. Benzibiane is not bad. Ito's not bad. Guerrero's not bad either, because again, you can see here, giving him those playstyles. And of course, he can play centre mid, but the roles aren't great. But not a bad card at all, especially if you're running a Bundesliga team or a Portuguese team. Zambrotta, Alt Nori are going to be really popular ones. Sergio Gomez is also going to be a really popular one. Of course, Abner Vinicius is a great choice. Diogo Dalot, as always, in these. Then we've got the likes of Jesus. Now, if you've got a player that doesn't have any playstyles at all, they only get 2. So you could actually go ahead and evo them again later on. So it's not a terrible choice when it comes to that. If you are looking for somebody in your team that you've already evoed and you're thinking, well, I haven't got any playstyle pluses on him, let me try it. Now, I think Van der Horn is one of these underrated ones. Having aerial, jockey, and ping pass. Bear in mind, he's more of a centre-back, but he has all the defensive playstyles at centre-back. And again, 4-star, 5-star because of the Evo. Of course, you play left-back, centre-back, right-back. But having that high agility, balance, and composure for a centre-back isn't terrible at all. I know he is lacking in quick step and rapid, but don't be too scared because he is 6'3", mostly lengthy. And I think that is a really good one to go for if you have that card in your club. If not, I'm not the biggest fan of this evolution. I think it is a little bit lackluster, but if you wanted to go, for example, you're on a past and present Arsenal team, you could go Ben White, giving him a pretty nice card at 88 rated, and then you could evo him again later on down the line. So this is actually a really good one for chaining more than maxing out. If we were to have a look at Thuram, for example, the one that I've already evoed, you can see there, giving him the extra playstyle, very similar to his Dream Chasers card. Again, right back, left back, centre back. Very good playstyles in all defensive. He does have Relentless. He does have Aerial. And he given those roles he needs. So it isn't a terrible shout to go for that either. Just be careful what you go for. And then, of course, Ben Wright, Road to the Final, isn't a terrible card either. Because, again, all defensive playstyles. He does have Rapid. He does have Technical if you need to get out of situations. 4-star, 5-star. But if we were to have a look on foot.gg, you can see here, if we were just to quickly refresh, because sometimes this does bug out, you'll see here that we've got Pavard, the Maldini card that I talked about, and I think this Ratui card is probably the best one to go for because it makes him 5-star, 5-star. But if we were to have a look at the trending evolutions here, Tia Hernandez, of course, always Tia Hernandez. There's Thuram we spoke about. Carlos Alberto we briefly spoke about. Pavard is a really nice choice. Ratui that we mentioned. Robertson was on the screen. Maldini I like a lot. It probably is better to give him jockey than what I gave him already, so I'm a little bit disappointed that I did that. 5-star weak foot as well. Aina's not terrible. Dumfries if he didn't do the SBC. Nuno Tavares if he did the SBC. Mendy we spoke about. Da Costa's also really nice. Any form of Mycon even, sorry, is not a terrible one. Arejo. Bombito is an absolute pain. Giving him jockey, anticipate, and of course quick step plus isn't a terrible choice, but there is 2 Evos before that, so just keep that in mind. But there are some really nice choices in this. Digne is not terrible either. So please let me know in the comment section down below who you're going for. If there is anybody that I may have missed, there's a Kyle Walker card we spoke about as well. Ben White we spoke about. We pretty much covered all the popular ones. Kind of covered all the mistakes you can make. Don't forget we are live streaming tomorrow. We got some crazy packs to go through and much more. And I'll catch you in the next one.